2 Chronicles 17, 3 through 6 says, "The Lord was with Jehoshaphat because he followed the examples of his father David earlier days and did not seek the Baals. But he sought the God of his fathers and following the commandments and did not act as Israel did. So the Lord established his kingdom and his control, and all Judah brought tribute to Jehoshaphat, and he had great riches and honor. He took great pride in the ways of the Lord, and again removed the high places in the Asherim from Judah." So if you're joining us in reading through this 9-day reading plan, today's reading is 2 Chronicles 17, 1 through 18:11, and I encourage you to read that passage. Now Jehoshaphat is classified as a good king. In Judah there were both good kings and bad kings. The kings who followed the Lord and did not follow the Lord. The good kings were the ones who followed the Lord. The bad ones were the ones who did not follow the Lord. In the northern kingdom of Israel, there were no good kings. All the kings of Israel worshipped the Baal and the Asherim. God blessed Jehoshaphat in a number of different ways, and for the most part, Jehoshaphat was faithful in what he did. In a later talk, we'll address the aspect of aligning yourself with people who do not have the same theological background as you do. Now, this became a problem with Jehoshaphat, and we'll look at that in depth in another time. I'd like us to notice what Jehoshaphat did. He sought out God. He followed his commandments. He did not seek the Baals, and he did not act as Israel did. The writer of Chronicle gives two positive things about Jehoshaphat's actions and two negative things. And this allows us to see with more clarity exactly how Jehoshaphat worked and lived. His focus was on God, and he did not allow himself to get caught up with other religions. Today it is popular to have a full working knowledge of various religions. We're encouraged to learn a lot about Islam. We're encouraged to learn about Far Eastern religious practices. We even seem to be encouraged to learn about religious practices of those who are in the jungle, the animistic people, the ones who worship the surroundings. The standard argument for this is that all religions are equal and bring people closer to God. Unfortunately, that argument is completely false. There's a rule in logic called the law of non-contradiction. This rule basically says that if two statements oppose one another, either one is right and the other is wrong, or both are wrong. There cannot be two truthful statements that contradict one another. Jehoshaphat knew that the God of Judah would, because he knew of God's work in the past and how he worked in Jehoshaphat's life. We cannot argue with experience. But we cannot trust experience 100%. In other words, experience isn't necessarily the harbinger of truth, but when you have known truth and then you have that experience which confirms the truth, then you will be assured of its validity and value.